Hey everybody, Morgan here. Welcome back to Route 369 where we go places and do things. And today we're going to go into part 2 of our South Dakota series. We started out in the Badlands on our last video. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. Today we're going to start where we left off in Wall, South Dakota, right by the Badlands. And we're going to head right up the road and we're going to do a couple of cool things in a couple of cool places. We're going to go to Mount Rushmore. We're going to go to Lead Gold Mine. We're going to go to Deadwood. Remember the TV series? And we're also going to go to Sturgis. So let's go have fun. We started off the day by heading to Crazy Horse Monument, which was initiated back in 1939 by one of the Lakota leaders. This letter was sent to one of the people that worked on the Mount Rushmore Monument and also Stone Mountain in Georgia. And even though this really began in the 1930s, it didn't really start until the 80s with the sculpture, starting with Crazy Horse's face. Now obviously it's got some work to go, and here are a few things that show what it's going to look like when it's completed. I don't have a date on that yet, but rest assured, it will be fantastic. After leaving Crazy Horse, we head over to Mount Rushmore, which is about 15-20 miles apart. And as most people know, there's 4 presidents carved into the mountainside: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. At one time in his life, George Washington was a distiller of whiskey. He did so legally and paid taxes on it. He was unfortunate in the fact that he never had children, although he did have 2 stepchildren. Thomas Jefferson was a wine connoisseur and grew vineyards on his property in Monticello. Also is credited for giving the rise to popularity of ice cream. So the next time you have a scoop of ice cream, you can thank Thomas Jefferson. While campaigning in Milwaukee, Teddy Roosevelt made a 90-minute speech. Unfortunately, just prior to the speech, he was shot at point-blank range, and the bullet lodged itself in the notes for the speech. He was injured, but continued the speech anyway. Prior to becoming elected president, Abe Lincoln was a general store owner, a postmaster, and a lawyer. He also introduced the holiday of Thanksgiving. I'm uncertain as to whether he ever pardoned a turkey. The sculptures in the side of the mountain compared to Crazy Horse are about 20 feet smaller than the Crazy Horse Memorial. It's still quite an impressive sight. The following morning we head off to Lead, South Dakota, which contains the Homestake Gold Mine. It's a small town that essentially everyone there was connected to the mine, whether through their families or the miners themselves. The Homestake Mine was once called the richest 100 square miles. It was one of the largest mines in the U.S., reaching 8,000 feet deep. Deadwood, South Dakota, named oddly enough after dead trees found in a gulch. Now this town has quite a checkered past. I'm sure that many of you have seen the television series Deadwood. I know I have. And it began in 1876 with the gold rush. It attracted many famous figures: Wyatt Earp, Calamity Jane, and Wild Bill Hickok, who we'll see later met his fate right here in Deadwood. This is the new location of Saloon Number 10. We'll see the original here in just a little bit. Taking a look around inside, it has the traditional sawdust floor. has a great bar with lots of great beer, the obligatory gambling and crazy tourist seats and t-shirt shop. It was actually kind of cool. The Franklin Hotel was opened in 1903. Supposedly it's haunted. At the other end of Main Street is the famous Chinatown. And in the center of Main Street there are a number of other entertainment possibilities. As promised, the original location of Saloon Number 10. If you're traveling to South Dakota, you may as well come to Deadwood. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And we can't forget Sturgis, famous for its motorcycle rally. But it also has a number of other events during the year. Camaro and Mustang rallies, off-road rally races. We have a mountain bike endurance race. I mean, honestly, this town has it going on year-round. Stop in and have a great time. All right, well, thanks for sticking around this long. If you liked what we just saw, please leave a comment, ring that bell, smash that like button, and share with your friends. So, coming up soon, we're going to be leaving South Dakota and we're going to be heading over to Montana and Idaho. So stick around. If you haven't watched the first video, the Badlands that came before this, please take a look at it and we'll see you next time. Have a great day and be kind to one another.